97% of the people on the planet have the Epstein-Barr virus. But when you go to the doctor and you say, Doc, I heard this connection between the multiple sclerosis and Epstein-Barr. Can you test me for it? Doctor's going to test you for it. And then he's going to read you the blood results and say, oh, it looks like you had an infection, but you don't have it anymore. That's because the Epstein-Barr virus actually goes through 4 stages. The first stage is when you're infectious and you don't even know it, but you're highly contagious. The second stage is when your immune system actually recognizes it and the war has begun. And that's what might have sent you to the hospital with mono, or you might not even have known that you had mono because there's over 80 different strains of the Epstein-Barr virus. They go from very mild to very aggressive. So if you had a very mild strain of the virus, your stage 2 is mono, but you don't even know you had it. You might think, oh, I have a cold or allergies. So stage 3 is where the virus is different from many other viruses, all of the other viruses. Stage 3, it leaves your bloodstream and it heads for an organ. Whatever organ it decides to live in, because that's where it has the most food, that's where it likes. Whatever organ it decides to live in is the name of the autoimmune disease you're going to be diagnosed with. So for us, with people with multiple sclerosis, it's in our liver and it's in our kidneys. People who their Epstein-Barr virus wants to live in their thyroid, they have thyroidism. If it's in their gut lining, it's either going to be IBS or it's going to be Crohn's, depending on the strain. Very mild, very aggressive. Now, the ultimate goal of the Epstein-Barr virus is to ride your nervous system, because your nervous system is the superhighway to all of the organs. So eventually in stage 3, it's like, well, listen, this organ's been great, but I think there are more organs out there that I would like to explore. So it starts to ride the nervous system. Your nerves are actually the highway to all the different organs. And that's why later in life, so many people with one autoimmune disease is later diagnosed with fibromyalgia, because of how the stages work of the Epstein-Barr virus. So back to the doctor's office. So when you go for your blood test and the doctor goes, oh, looks like you had a past infection, it's because when your virus left the blood in stage 2 and headed for an organ, that's stage 3, what it left behind in the blood is the antibodies. The antibodies are the blueprint for how to kill the Epstein-Barr virus. And when we get a blood test, that's all they're going to see. But the virus doesn't easily go away because of the fact that it hides in the body in an organ. If the medical industry was to biopsy our organs, which you can't just take a chunk out of all of our organs to go looking for a virus, but if they were to biopsy all of our organs, they would find the virus.